For today's game, I'm playing Graves versus Vlad in the top lane. So, as you know, Graves has kind of come onto the Rift, particularly with a couple of recent patch buffs in the last couple of patches. And in top lane, he's definitely not played as much as in the jungle, but I think he's a really strong blind pick because of his super strong laning phase. Anyway, for my runes, I've gone Conqueror as my primary. Overheal, because Graves, you generally rush your Death's Dance, so healing is really important on him, and Overheal is a really good baseline shield, which you can use in multiple aspects of the game, such as holding creep waves in wave management, but also getting better trades off and also being a little bit tankier. Bloodline, ideally want to stack this so it's ready to go for mid game, and then Coup de Grace, which I kind of always go as my base unless I'm versing many tanks or a lot of tanks. Then for secondary, I go the Domination Tree with Sudden Impact. So whenever Graves dashes, he gets a little bit of the sudden impact. He gets that bonus lethality, which is really nice. And then Ravenous Hunter, so any ability that Graves does, he will get healing from it, which is also really nice, particularly with Conqueror, Overheal, Bloodline, and also Death's Dance. And then I go attack speed, so his reload is quicker. If you didn't know, Graves, the way his shotgun shells reload is either you can dash with your E to get one extra pellet, or attack speed slightly reduces the cooldown between it and rapidly reduces the cooldown in between shots. So really useful fact there. That's why I go 10% attack speed instead of adaptive force, and then I go adaptive force for my secondary rune, and then defense as the last. When reality, I could have, or probably should have actually gone magic resist here, because I was versing a Vlad, but I was quite worried about particularly their Jhin and Olaf, so I thought the armor would be really good. Anyway, let's get into the game. Alright, welcome back to my second placement for my account for this season. So yep, in silver, climbing out, that's the YouTube series. I've picked Graves, blind pick actually, into Vlad. And what I'm looking for this game is to just have a strong laning phase, making sure Vlad doesn't get out of laning phase with too much farm, too much XP advantage, or any kills. And ideally, either take him out of the game for as long as possible, because Vlad has a much stronger team fight than myself, by dominating the laning phase, or by just taking him out of the game completely by smashing him so hard in the early game that he just can never really come back into the game. And I am going to place a ward here as late as possible so that I can get jungle vision on Olaf. Now this ward is really good because it just allows me to know when Olaf is topside, and that therefore I can just play safe. Because a lot of top laners, the most common way top laners die is that 3-minute gank. Just harassing. He knows how. So I don't know what the Vlad was thinking there. He was trying to keep using the creeps to make sure my auto attacks couldn't hit, which in theory is really smart, but in practice, it didn't work out so well for him. So now I've got a lead on him. And if you see your laner TP in, whatever damage you can get on them before you have to reset is a bonus for you, because it means you come back to lane stronger than them. So ideally, I just want to push this out because we know Olaf is here. And we don't want to miss catapults, but we do. And there we go. So now I back because I know Olaf's coming. I get, you know, not the best reset and not the best amount of gold because I missed quite a few key CS. But I get to reset the wave, have a little lane advantage. And what I'm going to do is rush an early Executioners. So I'm going to TP back, because the lane is at an awkward spot. Again, not letting Vlad get his auto attack, but also being cautious that Olaf could still be topside because Scuttle is up. Amumu didn't contest it. And now what I'm trying to do is just let this slow push, but make sure it doesn't crash into my wave. My turret. So basic wave management with top lane, making sure again Vlad isn't able to again trying to get off as much trading as I can. Again, just trying to... That was my bad. Now, I haven't muted chat this game because no one said anything negative yet. So I'm okay with leaving it open for now. And basically what I'm trying to do here is get a push in so that Vlad either loses a bit of CS or I at least get to reset the wave. Again, I'm going to ward here so that I can tell when the Olaf is coming. And use this blast, this sweeper, this plant so that Olaf can't jump over there. He has to walk through here. Now, Vlad is level 6, so I got to respect his all-in. Again, just getting off some nice trades. And I'm going to go get these plants because I spotted those earlier. And maybe look to help mid if I can. However, it doesn't look like I can, so I'm just going to go back. Again, don't let Vlad get the heal on me. And trying to heal back up. And then get a reset and get the executioners. Good to see we got the drag. Really nice that Amumu has that much pressure. And again, I'll go for a longsword here. Ideally wanting to build Death's Dance first, but also if I need to, I can use this longsword to build a Hex Drinker. So it's really important to always adapt your build to who you're versing. Don't just go for the items that you usually go, particularly if you're say 1-on-1 and laning phase hasn't exactly gone to plan. It's important to adapt your playstyle so that you can either get out of laning phase or at least get yourself prepared for mid to late game. So now I'm just going to freeze this here because hopefully Amumu will be topside by the time Vlad comes back to lane, meaning we might be able to get a gank off. So I'm just going to push it a little bit so that these guys don't come into my turret. Notice my overheal now is starting to kick in. And now I've actually got a slow push, which isn't the best. But it's okay. There we go. So really easy. That's the power of executioners, basically. Not the power of Graves or really anyone else. Now I see Olaf has taken Rift, so what I'm going to do is push that as much as I can and make sure I don't die to him. There we go. So waste his time. Also get the Vlad TP now pretty much for free. I'm not able to get that plating, which is a bit annoying, but it's not the end of the world. And looking at their team, I could go Merc Treads this game, but I am going to leave that item for now because I'm not too sure if I'm going to need this for Vlad, if I'm going Hex Drinker, or if I'm going to need Tabby in case Jin, Zed, or Olaf start to really pop off and I need Tabbies for late game or mid game. Again, notice how the wave is pushed in before I back, so now that the reset is pretty much ideal for me and ideal for Amumu to gank if he wants. Notice that I'm not trying to rely on ganks. There we go. So super good gank by. There we go. Get the double. Now I know Zed's here, so I'm just going to path away. There we go. Now he should go back to lane. And I'm just going to push this out. Notice I'm being greedy here. Oh, okay. I'm dead. Never mind. I did not think he had ult, but it makes sense that he did keep ult. So really greedy there, and definitely not worth for what I did, considering I was 4-1 before that death, and Lux wasn't actually getting really any benefit out of it. So I'm going to sell my control ward and go for maybe the Aegis or maybe the core fields. I'm thinking the core fields because, again, I am eventually going to build all the components, so the core fields is a bit more aggressive, and because I'm winning this lane in the 1v1, I think it's the better option. Just walking a lane. Zed's now a little bit online, and so is Jin, which is annoying, so keeping my TP. Hopefully I can get a TP play down here or something. Ideally, I should TP there and help them out. But I'm going to let Vlad get back into the game if I do this. So ideally, I'm going to push this, and hopefully I can get... Again, with Graves, you can just sit here and face tank the minions without having to use any mana or anything like that. Again, just warding there because I know Olaf was bot side, so I just want to push this in. Ideally get some more damage on this turret and be ready for this. Again, just poking him so that I don't take turret damage. And also... Notice I TP to help the team. And perfect. So I push this because I know my team can get dragon without me, and Vlad is pushing on the top side. So it's really important when you TP, you need to make as much out of it as possible without inting. So finding that perfect balance between pushing the limits, aka letting my team do drag, while I get platings, because I know I can push quicker than him, and ideally Amumu should rotate there. And again, notice how many platings I get here. And sure, Janna can use her shield. And I didn't die there, very risky, but we also burnt Janna's ignite at least. And in the end, Vlad actually gets the same amount of platings off, which isn't the best for us. But it was a calculated risk, and ideally Amumu should have gone top rather than Jinx. Hopefully Amumu goes to defend this. No, he doesn't. So the Amumu doesn't understand the importance of junglers soaking XP or defending turrets, which is fine, but as a jungler, it is a really important component of the game. Amumu could have defended this turret, but instead he went for his wolf camp. So really, in reality, he goes for a 100 gold play giving them, particularly Jin, a solo turret, which is about 500 gold. And now we're just kind of playing to their win cons. We're getting out-rotated. We're getting out-rotated. At least Jinx gets turret. I'm going to actually soak pot XP so that I can stay ahead in terms of farm.
Got any bright ideas?
Good thing is with the Executioners, it works really well for Vlad and Olaf. While I'm never going to be able to 1v1 the Olaf, at least I'm going to be able to reduce his healing and ideally turn those kind of fights into winnable fights. At least for my team, even if I die. So I had two options here with this back. I could have gone to top lane and helped that out. Instead, I go here, and I assume Vlad might be there. Never mind. And again. Doing big damage to him. Again, with the knowledge that I, in fact, out-heal. And there, I can let him have that because we got a triple kill. Here, I'll take Scuttle, try and heal up off that if it's available. Ideally, because this is up. With again the intention to have more presence than the Vlad. And again, look at how I'm positioning here. Looking to make sure that this Vlad really dumb play by me. I thought I could get out. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go Tabby and build a Hex Drinker. Good thing that my team actually played that really well. And now what I got to be cautious of is that Vladimir can actually out damage me to an extent. So I got to be really careful. As you could see in that last trade, Vladimir almost actually got the better of me. Particularly if my Executioners isn't active on him when the ult comes down. We're getting out macroed, pretty much all because of my mistake here. It's an important thing to acknowledge your mistakes. So when you're doing the wrong thing, really important to acknowledge that. Hopefully Zyra gets in front. Perfect, really well played. That's a really good binding. So really, this game hasn't gone to plan. Ideally wanted to really take Vlad out of the game a lot more than what I've done. But I am adapting. I've got a bit more defensive items.
Easy, partner.
And I am keeping up in CS at least. But as we know, Vlad will outscale me in the long run. Now I've got to be cautious that, again, they don't do the same thing they did to me last time. So I'm going to hide. I know Janna's there. I know Zed's there. There's still 3 that are missing. So I'm going to push this and back. Hopefully I get away. Letting them know that that is what my intention is with constantly going bot lane. Again, really good disengage by me. Again, trying to disengage the... Now I'm going to go take drag because I know I can solo it. Ideally with the help of teammates. There we go. So really well played. We get dragon for my death, but we also get 2 kills, and hopefully we can push mid. So I again suicided way too aggressive for what I should be playing, but I was able to almost get out plus get our team really far ahead, and we end up getting dragon and hopefully this turret if anyone helps Jinx. And now we've got the Cloud Dragon win condition, which is really good. Now, I do have the option to go this, but I don't think I am taking enough magic damage to really justify that purpose. So, that purchase. So, what I'm going to do is either go Rapid Fire or Storm Razor. I'm not too sure which one yet. Maybe I will go Rapid Fire. And now I'll match here because I have TP in 45, meaning that I'll be able to get to Baron. I'll be able to get to Baron because I have TP and my team can just walk there instead of. Now, I wouldn't recommend this if you're really bad with your TPs, but I actually quite believe in my TPs, so... Again, knowing that they're all missed, so I am playing this safe with the idea that if they catch me here, again, they're always looking for that catch, which is fine. And I've now got 4 mid, 4 bot, but my team isn't actually reacting, which is a bit of a shame. Again, really well played by me. Able to dodge. Able to dodge a lot, but again, my team is getting out macroed. So ideally, you only need to send one person to help me there. Instead, they sent the whole team. Now I can fight this. Really well played. Again, now we get Dragon Wincon. And again, just trying to get pressure at least for Amumu. Ideally, I want to back here, but because I won't have enough time to back, what I'm going to do is push mid in so that ideally one of them comes to mid lane instead of coming to drag. It's a simple macro technique, but it can actually work very easily. Again, notice how many resources they put into me. Again, notice how I'm just really playing with vision there, and ideally with the overall goal to get that cloud drag. Hopefully we all come mid, and we get the inhib. Let's get Inhib. Inhib, I always like Inhib over Baron in silver games because it's just an easier objective to take and there's a lot less risk. So really good. We've got Cloud Drag now. We've got an Inhib, which they can free farm with, but that's okay. I know he can't kill me. And now I've got my Maw, so hopefully I'll actually be able to fight this Vladimir. So I think we actually still win this. So I definitely got debated by their team, but my team is just way too far ahead. And they think the win con is killing me, but in reality, the win con is killing Jinx. And if they can't do that, which you can see that they can't, it's pretty much just GG. So this is actually not a good game. I didn't play well. I didn't play to my win con, which was to take Vlad out of the game, while he kind of is out of the game. He actually took himself out of this game. I'm not going to lie. I'm always in the team fights before him. While I may be soft inting, particularly in those situations, I'm actually at least in the fight. So I'm doing a lot more damage than Vlad. And we pretty much get the win for that, which is really nice. Not how you're meant to play Graves top, but it also just shows just how strong he is. With only 150 stacks of Conqueror, the overheal really doing work there. And now I know the game's over, so... Bit of BM just to ruin their morale in case I'm in the next game with them. Really important to do that. It's a bit cheesy. It's definitely unnecessary, but as long as you know your limits, you can BM like that, get a cheeky kill, and then just back, wait for the first respawn, and then kill the Nexus if you need to. So, really good game. Really happy with that one. And again... I think I've got to honor the Amumu. The Jinx was playing really well, but the Amumu really helped out in terms of getting Jinx ahead and also getting us that win condition for Cloud Drag. So we can see in the end I was 13-7 when really that shouldn't actually reflect the score I got. Quite a lot of gold ahead, particularly to the end. I'm now in silver 3, so actually climbing out of silver almost in my promos. Most damage dealt by 7k, which is to be expected considering how aggressive I was playing. Total healing 400, so not that much. Total shielding, overheal. I go Conqueror because of the adaptive damage bonus you get. Total bonus damage from Coup de Grace 760. Bonus damage from Sudden Impact, 800, and total healing from Ravenous Hunter, 1800, guys. So cheers. That was the game. Yeah, good luck on the Rift. If you don't know who I am Dylan from lolcoach.academy. This is my website, and if you want a free profile review from myself, all you have to do is type in lolcoach.academy into your browser. Look at my site. It's beautiful. You can chat to me here, or you can get your free profile review right here, or join my coaching Discord channel. Now, if you do want to do both of those and you actually want to see more videos of me as well, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment on what your kind of favorite moment in this game was, any tips, recommendations, or insights you think about Graves top, and we can have a chat on there. But anyway, guys, cheers, good luck on the Rift, and I hope to see you soon with my next How to Climb Out of Silver game. Thanks, guys.